Do you feel like the past still holds you captive? That others' opinions weigh too heavily? Or that old beliefs keep you from soaring? I know how challenging it is to carry these burdens, and you are not alone on this journey. In this video, we'll dive into the 7 areas that often control us, and together, we'll discover how to release these ties. You'll leave here with a fresh perspective and a powerful tool to transform your life. Stay with me, and let's learn to rewrite the script of your existence, because true freedom isn't the absence of challenges, but the courage to choose love and healing. And soon, we'll have a practical exercise, the Flame of Release ritual, to guide you in letting go and transforming. The past. It has a peculiar way of following us, doesn't it? Often without realizing it, we carry grudges, regrets, and guilt from experiences long gone. Louise Hay reminds us that the past exists only in our minds, in the way we choose to view it. If we cling to the pain, it perpetuates itself. But the good news is that the point of power is always in the now. You have the ability to rewrite your story starting from this very moment. It's not about denying what happened, but about releasing the emotional charge that binds you to it. Louise Hay invites us to look at the past with gratitude for the lessons learned, and not with shame or guilt. Imagine each grievance as a small stone in your backpack. Over time, these stones accumulate, and the weight becomes unbearable. For Louise Hay, releasing the past is emptying that backpack, allowing you to walk lighter and with more joy towards the future you wish to create. It's an act of self-love to recognize that you did the best you could with the understanding and knowledge you had at that moment. There's no need to punish yourself. I am forgiveness, and I release the past with love. Affirm this truth to yourself. By letting go of yesterday's ties, you make space for new possibilities and for the fullness of the present. And what about the external voices, the world's whispers that often shape who we think we are? How many times have you found yourself living life according to what others expect of you? The world's whispers, others' opinions, can become an invisible prison, pulling us away from our true essence. Louise Hay teaches us that the incessant search for external approval is one of the biggest blocks to self-love. From childhood, we are conditioned to accept others' opinions as absolute truths about ourselves. You're not good enough. You should be this way or that way. These phrases take root and make us doubt our own worth. But as Louise Hay always reminded us, these are just ideas, and ideas can be changed. True freedom begins when you free yourself from the need to please everyone. It's a process of self-discovery and empowerment, where you learn to trust your own inner voice, the one that knows what's best for you. I am my own approval, and I shine my own light. Feel this truth in every cell of your being. Imagine yourself as a strong-rooted tree. The winds of others' opinions may blow, but they won't knock you down. You remain firm in your truth, growing towards the sun. This is the strength Louise Hay invites us to cultivate, a strength that comes from within. By silencing the world's whispers, you open space to hear your own melody, the melody of your soul. And this melody leads us to ask, what are the beliefs that, without realizing it, were imposed on us and now control us? Our mind is a fertile field, and beliefs are the seeds we plant in it. Often, without realizing it, we carry secret codes, limiting beliefs that were passed down to us in childhood and now dictate what we believe is possible for us. I am not capable. I don't deserve. Life is hard. These phrases, repeated over time, become truths in our subconscious. Louise Hay teaches us that these beliefs are not your truth, but rather opinions you've accepted. The good news is that you have the power to decipher these codes and rewrite your own program. It's a work of awareness and choice, where you decide which seeds you want to continue cultivating in your mental garden. She invites us to ask, where does this belief come from? Does it serve me? Does it empower me? By identifying a limiting belief, you have the opportunity to transform it into a positive affirmation, planting a new seed of possibilities. I am limitless, and I deserve all good. Repeat to yourself, feeling the expansion of this truth. Imagine your mind is a computer. If you have old, virus-ridden software, it won't run well. For Louise Hay, releasing limiting beliefs is like installing new, more powerful software, aligned with your unlimited potential. By rewriting these secret codes, you open yourself to a universe of new experiences and achievements. And this inner transformation, how does it reflect in our most intimate relationships? Our relationships are powerful mirrors reflecting our own connection with self-love and deservingness. Often we seek in others the happiness we believe we lack, creating an emotional dependency that, paradoxically, distances us from true connection. Louise Hay teaches us that the mental strength to be well, whether alone or with a partner, is the foundation for any healthy relationship. The idea that we need someone to complete us is a limiting belief that prevents us from experiencing wholeness in our own company. When you love and approve of yourself unconditionally, you radiate an energy of completeness that attracts relationships based on love and mutual respect, not on neediness. I am whole and I love my own company. Affirm this truth. Louise Hay always emphasized that the first relationship to heal is the one we have with ourselves. When you nurture your inner self with care, acceptance, and forgiveness, you become a magnet for people who also value themselves. True intimacy blossoms from authenticity, and authenticity is born from self-love. It's not about isolation, but about interdependence. You can love deeply and connect with others without losing your essence or your inner peace. Instead of seeking someone to fill a void, you share the abundance of your being. This is the beauty of relationships built on a solid foundation of self-love. And speaking of abundance, how does this new perspective on relationships connect with how we handle money? Does our view of love and connection also influence our material prosperity? It's very common for money to become a controlling factor in our lives, dictating choices and generating anxiety. Often we are led to believe that happiness and security depend exclusively on the amount of money we possess. Louise Hay invites us to a deep reflection. Money is an energy, and like all energy, it should flow freely, but never imprison us. She teaches us that true prosperity goes far beyond bank figures. When you choose to follow your heart, serve with passion, and pour your soul into what you do, money becomes a natural consequence, and often in greater abundance. The belief that one must suffer to earn is a limitation we can release. I am an open channel for prosperity in all its forms. Feel this truth. Louise Hay always emphasized that our prosperity consciousness doesn't depend on money itself, but on our ability to deserve and enjoy good. If you cling to scarcity, that's what you'll attract. If, on the contrary, you cultivate gratitude for what you already have and trust in the universe's abundance, new doors open for financial flow. It's not about ignoring the importance of money, but about putting it in its rightful place, a tool to facilitate life, not its purpose. When your decisions are guided by love, purpose, and contribution, money aligns naturally, coming in expected and unexpected ways. It's an invitation to live with lightness and trust. By releasing the control that money can exert, you open yourself to a life of greater freedom and joy. This freedom also extends to how you deal with your fears. which are often intertwined with financial worries. Stay with me, because soon we'll have a practical exercise to help you release what's holding you back. How then can we face and transform these fears that prevent us from living fully? Fear is a universal emotion, and often without realizing it, we allow it to dictate our steps, prevent us from taking risks, and keep us in a comfort zone that is, in reality, a prison. Louise Hay teaches us that fear is, in its essence, just a thought. And the good news is that thoughts can be changed. When fear controls us, it manifests in various ways: anxiety, hesitation, procrastination. It's as if an inner voice tells us, "Don't do that. You're not capable. What if it goes wrong?" Louise Hay invites us to recognize this voice, but not to identify with it. "I am courageous, and I trust the process of life." Repeat to yourself, feeling the strength of this affirmation. She reminds us that life is a constant flow of changes, and resisting them out of fear is like trying to swim against the current. Instead of fighting fear, we can embrace it, understand its message, and then release it. Fear often arises as a protector, but when it becomes a controller, it prevents us from experiencing wholeness and joy. Releasing fear doesn't mean being reckless, but rather trusting your inner wisdom and the universe's ability to support you. It's taking a step forward, even with a faster heartbeat, knowing that you are guided and protected. This is true courage, acting despite fear, transforming it into a springboard for growth. And speaking of emotions that control us, anger and resentment are other burdens that, if not released, can imprison us. How, then, can we deal with these intense emotions so they don't control our lives? Anger and resentment are powerful emotions that, if not acknowledged and released, can become true prisons for our soul. Louise Hay teaches us that swallowing anger and holding grudges is like taking a daily dose of poison, which corrodes our insides and prevents the natural flow of joy in our lives. It's a weight we carry, often without realizing it, that prevents us from moving forward. These repressed feelings don't disappear. They settle in our bodies, manifesting as pain, illness, and a constant state of disharmony. Louise Hay used to say that long-held resentment eats away at the body, potentially leading to serious conditions. It's an invitation to look inward and ask, what am I gaining by clinging to this pain? The key to releasing anger and resentment is forgiveness. And according to Louise Hay, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not others. It doesn't mean condoning what happened, but rather releasing the negative energy that binds you to the past. I am forgiveness, and I release myself to love. Feel this truth in your heart. To begin, allow yourself to feel anger, but in a constructive way. Scream into a pillow, write a letter expressing everything you feel, and then burn it, or engage in intense physical activity. The important thing is to release this energy so it doesn't accumulate. Louise Hay encourages us to find healthy ways to express our emotions. By releasing anger and resentment, you make space for compassion, understanding, and above all, for self-love. It's a deep healing process that transforms not only your emotional health, but also your life as a whole. Imagine the lightness of living without these burdens, embracing the fullness of who you truly are. The Flame of Release Ritual. This exercise is an invitation for you to face what controls you. Name it, and with love and intention, release it through the transformative power of fire. Materials needed: small pieces of paper, can be recycled paper, a pen, a safe fireproof container, like a ceramic saucer, a metal bowl, or a small cauldron, matches or a lighter. Optional, a candle to provide a continuous symbolic flame. optional. A glass of water. Nearby, for safety. Step by step, create your sacred space. Choose a quiet place where you feel safe and won't be interrupted. Light a candle, if using, and take a few deep breaths, centering yourself in your heart. Feel the loving presence of the universe around you. Remember Louise Hay's words, "All is well in my world." Identify what binds you. Take a piece of paper and your pen. Think of one thing you feel controls you. It could be a limiting belief about yourself, a past hurt, fear of others' judgment, a dependency in a relationship or with money, a specific fear or anger, resentment you carry. Write this down on the paper clearly and concisely. If it's a phrase, write the phrase, the loving confrontation, and the mirror. Hold the paper in your hands. If you have a mirror nearby, look yourself in the eyes. Feel the energy of what you've written. Acknowledge how it has affected you. With a firm voice but full of compassion for yourself, say, "I see you." Name or phrase of what controls you. I acknowledge your power over me, but now I choose my freedom. The declaration of release. Bring the paper close to the flame, or from the candle or match, lighter. And as it begins to burn, say aloud with all your intention, "I release you." Name or phrase of what controls you. You no longer serve me. I surrender you to the fire so you may transform into light and freedom. I am free. I am love. I am power. Visualize the transformation. Watch the paper burn away. Imagine that, along with it, all the energy of control, fear, anger, or limitation dissipates, transforming into pure energy of love and healing. See this energy rising, purifying your being and the space around you. Plant the new intention. After the paper turns to ash and the ashes cool in the container, take a deep breath. In the place of what was released, visualize the new truth you want for yourself. For example, if you released fear of judgment, visualize yourself confident and authentic. If you released resentment, visualize yourself in peace with an open heart. Feel this new truth in every cell of your body. Gratitude and rebirth. Thank the fire for the transformation. Thank yourself for the courage to break free. You can repeat this ritual for each thing you feel controls you, one by one, or focus on the one that challenges you most right now. Remember, every act of release is a step towards your wholeness, your new tomorrow. And so, dear soul, we've reached the end of another step on this journey of self-discovery and liberation. Remember that each of these points we explored today, the past, others' opinions, limiting beliefs, relationships, money, fears, and anger, resentment, are merely invitations for you to look inward with more love and compassion. True transformation happens when you allow yourself to release what no longer serves you and embrace the fullness of who you truly are. Cultivate gratitude, forgiveness, and self-love every day, and watch your life blossom in ways you never imagined. If you felt this message touched your heart and inspired you to take the next step in your journey of healing and self-love, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This way, you'll continue to receive content that will guide you daily towards inner peace and the abundant life you deserve. Together, let's build a world where love and acceptance are the foundation of everything.